You have once again fallen into the strange world of the Mop Swingers. Chapter 5, Shift 1492. Peter stood on the precariously unstable but extremely high ladder, trying to get the smudges off the giant glass door. You stood on a stool, trying to get the smudges off of the other giant glass door. You almost fell off the stool, scoping out a rare, attractive passing woman, but it turned out to be a deceitful mirage. I watched The Usual Suspects last night. It holds up. A good movie, despite Bryan Singer's lousy choices in every scene. Peter was an expert at standing at high places. No fear of heights possessed the man, either physical or metaphorical. I remember there were some strange locations. Your squeegee technique could have used work. The script keeps motoring along. Peter turned window washing into a science in the same way he did movie directing. The beautiful passerby paused with her stroller to admire the artistry of it. Then her demon child howls in protest. All you can do is hold the door, watch her disappear into America. Few appreciated the arm strength it took to wash giant dealership windows for hours on end. A rookie mop swinger would have to start from scratch and work up to the advanced level. If you tried to jump in with the big dogs without proper training, chances of survival were very low. You sure didn't know until the boss ordered you to do a great deal of it. It's a weird movie. It is hard to pick out where the act breaks are because it is so fragmented. Yet the task seemed to cause Peter no effort. That's true. The blues played from your phone. Your phone only played the blues or derivatives of. There is a great performance by that actor who isn't alive anymore. Peter found a meditative calmness in the act of cleaning windows. He made that role. That's all you need for the old bid for immortality. One great movie, or one great role, a great scene, or even a great line, for fuck's sake. Cleaning the window made you want to smash the window. You wanted to smash all windows even with the blues music playing, which usually chilled you out to a reasonable level. It took me back to a weird time when Stephen Baldwin was more famous than Kevin Spacey. Peter casually leaned back on his ladder. The taxi driver was stuck at the red light. Thought for sure he was going to fall. He even took out his phone, placed it horizontally on the dashboard, and hit video record. But Peter did not fall. Chaz Palminteri did alright in that, and a star-turning role for Benicio del Toro. You hated to admit it, but Peter was good at the job. That must have been a thin character on page. All of Peter's mental and physical energy focused on fleeing the city forever and to direct classic movies. So the task at hand, however low on the hierarchy of absurd human endeavors, did not matter. He could have been cleaning windows or pulling the lever of the gallows. It was all the same to him. I would argue it was good casting. It was a pulpy movie. Nothing kept you in town. No woman or friends. Only the constant lack of money. Kaiser Soze. Through the scrubbed windows, Peter could almost see the promised land of Hollywood. They moved the ladder and the stool to the other side of the doors and start on that side. I used to think it was a bad Pulp Fiction ripoff, but now I think it stands on its own. All you could see was the grass looked far more green on the other side, wherever or whenever that was. MacGuffins were the rage back then. Peter figured they were pulling down enough cash at this crazy job to be out over the hill in only a few months. But he underestimated the pull of the great vortex. Yes, and there was that great line, "Kill away." Sometimes if the conversation kept at a certain level, the job wasn't so bad. But then the full-out nightmare was their lives tended to reveal itself in some horrible way that was at least surprisingly creative. You saw Neil Diamond's tour bus driving by the window. They got stuck at the red light on Jefferson and Alter Road, the border between the two dimensions of Detroit and Grosse Pointe. "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon" played on the radio. The window at the back of the tour bus rolled down. Neil Diamond sat there with a glass of scotch nor Peter or you ever heard of. and a beautiful Armenian woman in the other hand. Neil Diamond leaned out the window. You guys listen to some groovy music. Peter turned down the radio. Thank you, Mr. Diamond. Then Neil Diamond got a real melancholy, hopeless look in his eyes. You know, between me and you Mop Swingers, there is not a goddamn difference. We both step onto a floor and do the same damn thing for about 6 to 8 hours a night. The same damn thing. The same damn way. Over and over and over and over again. Because that's the way people like it. Then the model in his hand disrobed. The light turned green, and all that remained was the faint smell of fine chiba. Peter mused on how what penny he earned would finally break his back. The interesting thing in that movie was how the group could tell they were in way over their heads. The time until the shift ended seemed to stretch past infinity, but exhaustion was already taking you down. You chugged a pot of coffee, rinsed your face with cold water, and got back in the game like Minnesota Fats from The Hustler. I'm trying to avoid that with our heist script. At least Max is a few steps ahead. Peter jumped down off the top of the ladder and somehow landed unscathed. I agree. You gingerly climbed off your stool and still fell. That reminds me of this story I heard. One of those countries that don't have toilets, but holes in the ground. And this guy is popping a squat, and then a 6-foot python jumps out and grabs him by the junk. And this fucking guy, he does battle with it for several hours. Can you imagine? Talk about a fight for your life. Blood-curdling imagery overtakes Peter's mind. Is he alive? You shrugged. He won the fight, but I don't think he is all good. Kind of like Apollo Creed at the end of Rocky. Peter restocked the shelves in the supply room. That is the guy you want as your bouncer if you own a club. My man beat a python to death that bit down on his dick. What have you got? You expertly emptied the mop bucket into the great drain without spilling a drop. That is a tough dude. You and Peter unloaded the equipment. You cumbersomely changed a very overfull vacuum bag.